Here we are. We are not live. We're recorded because you got conflicts of schedules and other stuff. But we will be live in July. June is going to be a recording month, and then we'll be back live with you, hot tea with pleasures, as we often do on Saturdays at 8 o'clock. So, welcome to Hot Tea with Pleasures. I am Hillary here in Ontario, Canada.
And I'm Teresa here in the beautiful island again of Barbados.
Barbados. Bim. And stop telling people the Barbados dollar is the Bajan dollar.
You know why they changed that.
This is my pet peeve. Anyways, today's subject, Teresa, what is it?
Comfortably curvaceous.
Curvaceous, baby.
What does that mean to you? Comfortably curvaceous.
Well, you're going to tackle the body. I'm going to tackle the mind. So let's get started. But before we start,
what's our disclaimer, Hillary?
We are not professional doctors, medical practitioners, or any of that stuff that do with medical health. We are just giving you our opinions based on experiences and also to a little bit of dabbling our personal situationships.
Not too much.
So let's dive into being curvishly.
Okay. When you hear comfortably, when you hear curvaceous, so when you hear curves, the first thing that goes through my mind is someone that is plump, someone that is...
I don't know why they think that.
Yeah. Someone that is plump, someone that is, what they call big bone?
Yes.
A lot of butt, stuff like that. But it doesn't only mean that, you can be slim.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt. And they also think it's always females.
Yeah, they also think it's always female. That's true. But like I was saying, curvaceous is not only big bone, chubby, fat, or anything like that. It's not only that. You can be slim. You can be busted. You can be slim and busted.
What did you just do?
You can be slim. I roll my shoulders. You can be slim and big butt. You can be slim and got big hips. All that. So it doesn't necessarily mean chubby people or big bones.
We all have some type of curves, people.
But we all have curves.
Yes.
So therefore, I'm going to take you back in a little bit of history, and then Hillary will inject here and there. And yeah, we take it from there.
And then after the break, we'll do the mind part. We'll deal with the mental.
Yeah, the mental part of it. So from doing some research, I came across a number of websites talking about the curves and how it all started and what they did way before my time. Maybe for my mom's time as well, before your mom's, Hillary.
I'm going to drink my tea.
You got your tea.
Yeah, today I'm drinking soursop tea. I don't know if you can see it. Tea? Hold on.
What does that do? Or you just prefer something herbal instead of the regular tea?
Yeah, it's soursop tea. It's by the Caribbean Dreams soursop with honey.
Jamaican brand?
Yeah, it's a brand.
Okay, back to our comfortably curvaceous.
Yes.
The physical qualities we embrace today are at odds with those from previous generations. And we know fashion tends to go around and round and round. So when you used to wear these, what they call bell-bottom jeans.
I love those.
Then in the days of, what's the singer name? When they used to relax the hair, James Brown.
Okay.
When he had these bell-bottom jeans.
He goes, what? Say it again. I thought he went, good God.
Oh, that's it.
That's how you went.
Were you in that era, Hillary? Or you had a lot?
Yes, I am very proud to say I am almost 50 years old. Thank you very much.
There you go. So it came back from there. We went forward. We made changes, and then we went back. And I think we are back into the stage of bell-bottom jeans. No.
No, that was last year's style. They had it last year, and they call it new.
And we went into the slim jeans. So I'm not sure if the men are going to go back to the baggy jeans.
But that's all
I don't
from
know
the
how fashion is
70s.
going to come around.
Girl, it's all from
Hmm.
the 70s. I don't know what they talk about is
I'm not
new.
sure it's going to come around, but the men seem to like the slimmer jeans, the tapered leg. So we'll see how it goes.
No, they had
Okay.
it over here. They had the tight jeans with the bell buttons for the men, and then they had
Tell jeans with bell bottoms.
mm-hmm, and then they had
Mm.
the tight jeans, the slim jeans with the
Mm, the
roll up
tapered ones,
that
yeah.
they rolled up the bottoms for the
The
men.
hems.
Yeah,
That was
and
funny.
then they try to do
And it,
the MC Hammer pants again.
yeah, I'm
Fashion
seeing
is
that
a circle,
coming.
people.
I'm seeing that
It's not
coming.
new.
Yeah, it is a circle.
Yeah, it's not new.
A
Anyway,
cycle of fashion, they say.
go
So
on.
in 1910, they had what they call the Gibson girl. Now, the
Mm.
Gibson girl, if you were a lover of westerns, remember the corset days when you just put,
Yes.
put everything in,
We
and then
still
it
doing
boosts
corseps,
up.
girl. Come on now.
Mm-hmm. What they
And
call them
call
now,
them about
girdles,
we working out. No, you're not.
but the bands. So in 1910 was the Gibson girls, the
Mm.
corset and the long neck and the sloped
Well, hold
shoulders
on. Actually,
and the
that
big
started
curls.
way before that with the I think they were called the Myanmar women of Asia.
Yes,
They
of
were from
Asia, yes. The Myanmar.
The
Mm-hmm.
Kayon tribe. The women in that they used those the corals, and then also the Del I think it's the belly women.
The belly.
Yeah, those from South Africa. They also had the coral necks, and the
Mm-hmm. The
longer the
big
neck, the
rings.
more beautiful they were supposed to be. That's how they show off their beauty. So that
Mm-hmm.
started way before that. Well, they stole the
And I
damn
think they
fashion
use
and
the
called
big
it
rings
theirs or
around
something.
the ankles as well.
Yeah,
So
eh,
they
sorry, there was a
go on.
story. So sorry, there was a story a couple of years ago where a lady had it on for I think 30 something years or some amount of time, and then they were removing it to and
And she just
yeah, the her
her neck
neck
just
was just
flopped.
no, towards her neck didn't just drop, but it was very extended, and then they were doing all these different therapies to get her neck to return to what they consider normal length,
The
and
normal size.
yeah, I think she didn't really like it and had went back to the jury, but they now do only like one or two instead of all
Mm-hmm.
those the lengths. But some women still do the length, so it's a tribe. It's their
Was
tribe.
was
It's their
was it a
culture.
ritual dependent? You know, you had one ring, and then as time went on, for
Yeah,
whatever
you got
reason,
more. It
you were promoted,
signified
you got
beauty.
another ring all the time
Yeah, it
as
signified
well.
beauty.
I can't remember if it was before childbirth or it was something to do when you had your first child, you go into the second.
No, this
Something
is
to do with
before
that.
because you're supposed to be showing off so you can get a husband.
Mhm.
So this is way
Okay.
before. Yeah.
So
But
then when you have the
it's
first ring,
not
the
North
second
American,
ring,
baby. It's from Africa and Asia. Let's give the people their
and
props.
Asia, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the Gibson girl. That was in 1910
Mm.
as reported. Then
But it
in
started in Africa and Asia, just saying.
1920 was what they call the flapper. Now the flapper,
Hmm.
if you're 5 feet, you're in that bracket of the flapper. You didn't have to bother about cleavage. But the shorties, oh God, Hillary, the shorties, that was the thing for them, the flapper.
I can't relate.
Then
I'm not sure.
it seems like every 10 years, fashion has been changing.
Yes.
So after the flapper in 1920, in 1930, it was the return of the waist. So they started to go back, with the corset again,
Hmm.
slim down your waist, push up the bust, that type of stuff. You need more pattern, Hillary.
I do.
And mind you, in our era,
Hmm.
you had your regular
What is
bar.
or era? I'm a Generation
The,
X.
the, the 70s, the
We
70s,
we are
the
here to mess
80s,
up
the
the world.
90s. You remember when they have the push-up bra?
Yes.
The push-up bra.
They still
And there
have
was
the pusher
all
bra,
kind
girl.
of
I wear
stuff
one.
when it started, yeah. There were all kind of stuff going around with the push-up bra. Those who were nearly trying to get a size 28, 30, who started wearing push-up bra.
Push it
Was
up
that you,
all the
Hillary?
way up.
I know it was me.
This is
So
when it
that
was
was in
designed by
the
men. At
1950s.
first, when it was like really like you walk around
Mm-hmm.
like this, but then the females got into the game and it kind of became normal, more
Oh
curve.
gosh, right. And then in the 1940s is what they call the Star Spangled Girl.
Oh, what's that?
The Star Spangled Girl.
What is that?
What is it? The Star Spangled Girl. I have here. You know, you had those kind of the shoulder pads came in, and I think the shoulder pads are coming back now because I was
Yeah.
on
Oh, what is
Instagram
new? It's
and it
not
was
new. We
this
got rid of that in
lady.
the 80s and you guys bring it back? Why?
I was on Instagram with this lady and she was talking about shoulder pads
Yeah.
and the military look.
Okay.
Now, whenever I hear about the military look and the shoulder pads,
Mm.
my mind goes, was it
Mine
Hitler?
goes to Love
You know
Boat.
how they march
But remember
and
Love Boat?
the
Remember
the
Love Boat?
uniform? It was like that.
Yeah, Love Boat. You
Love
remember
boat,
Love
love boat.
Boat and
No, I don't
Janet
remember love boat.
Jackson? Janet Jackson used to have the pads, remember? Oh, you don't remember
Yes.
Love Boat?
Yes, I remember her shoulder pads, and she had the same thing as they're talking about, the military
Wait a
jacket.
minute. Did you try to
It
say
was
you young?
black.
You can't
Come
remember
on, it
Love
was
Boat?
black, and it had the double gold buttons. I
Love
remember her
Boat.
doing with that. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Love Boat. I don't remember the characters in Love Boat. I
What?
remember Love Boat.
You remember Love
I
Boat?
don't remember the name of the characters. I
Uh,
remember the Love
love,
Boat.
exciting and new. Come
Come yeah,
aboard.
that word. Go on, sing
We
it.
expecting you. The Love Boat.
I see you look forward to that, Hillary.
I love the Love Boat.
Okay.
We need to go to the
Then
Love Boat.
the
Fine. Love.
the other one for the 1950s, and it started to get closer to our era now, was the hourglass.
1950s.
This
Girl,
was
I ain't
the
born in the
curves,
50s.
the glamorous look, the hips, the padding, the booty padding. So
Wait, hold on. The what?
if you
The
had
booty
enough,
padding?
the booty padding.
I
So
need
it
some
was
of
like
that.
in the 1910s they had the corset to
Okay.
make your waist slimmer.
I have a corset. We still have those.
Pardon me.
The corset. I have those.
Okay, you have one?
Hmm.
Okay. How often do you wear it?
Not anymore.
Oh, you have one in your possession, but you don't use it.
Yeah. I
Okay.
have one because I used to use
Old
it,
school.
and then I stopped
Mm,
using it because it served its purpose, and I'm good.
okay. Somewhere at the back of the drawer. So
Yep.
the hourglass one that came in and that stayed with us for a while. This was one with the big hips, the big booty, and if you didn't have it, you can get what they call the girdle that was high waisted and it kept your tummy down, but give you the extra padding behind there. So that was a hit in that time, and we stayed with
Why are you
that.
smiling?
I'm supposed to
Do you
smile.
have
We
any
stayed with that
stories
for a
to recall?
while. We stayed with that for a while. So then we have, in this era now, our ideal woman is described as slender, narrow shoulders, high waist, and symmetrical face. That that is the ideal woman now. So
It's ideal.
they said that in
Why is she
ancient
ideal?
Egypt,
Let me hear this.
hmm?
Say that one more
What's that?
time. She's what?
That's the ideal look. The ideal woman is described in our era, in the 90s, in the 20th century. Slender, narrow shoulders, high waist, and a symmetrical face. Is your face symmetrical?
My face is symmetrical, but
Okay.
everything
And
else you just said.
during that time period, they looked at plump women, full-bodied as in busted, and lighter skinned women. So
And what?
if you were lighter skinned women,
Can't relate.
that you
Can't relate.
can't relate.
Nope.
Slim waist, large eyes, and small feet was more of a
See, you lost the small face right there.
aspect of the
Big feet.
Chinese beauty that has continued for hundreds of years. What they call it, the Han Dynasty.
Yes.
During the Han Dynasty, the Chinese culture favored slim women with long black hair, white teeth, red lips. The historical Chinese person favor women what they call ultra femininity.
Ooh,
Femininity.
it's a femininity.
Yeah, I said femininity. So you see, we went from or what they call the Gibson girl with the corset,
Mm-hmm.
and we bring it all the way down to the flapper look. They included the shorter ladies and men. I guess the men clothes was similar to ours, but
Mm-hmm.
more of a how to put it, more of a military look, more of a
What
rough
about
look. They
Afrocentric
wearing
looking
chair stuff
women?
like that. Sorry,
What about Afrocentric looking women? What about us?
we are more in this era now,
They
and they
call us
tend
back in
to
those days. They would call us exotic looking.
yeah the big butts.
No, any
And
woman that
you know who
so
they refer to when they go the big butts?
they would the
They go
women
straight
that
to
had
entertainment
that were
to look
Afrocentric
at
but had a
entertainment.
little bit of Caucasoid.
Sorry.
Women that were Afrocentric but had a little bit of Caucasoid, add to them were considered exotic looking.
Mm-hmm.
Brazilians, especially Puerto Ricans, exotic. That's the word that was applied, exotic. Or even
Okay.
even the African American that had certain features were considered exotic. Beyonce,
Exotic women.
exotic. Beverly Johnson. You know who Beverly Johnson
They
was? She was one of the
they
first
they really they
supermodels.
really categorize you. And I guess when we
Mm-hmm.
come back, the mental aspect where you would take on that feature, you're gonna see how the effects it has on certain people,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to portray an image. Because if we look at when we have with our entertainment, you have a tendency to get your fashion from there,
Mm-hmm.
and you look to what
The fashion
what's
industry
the
for
singer's
years,
name?
the fashion not
Sorry.
cross. Sorry, not to cross you or anything, but the fashion industry for years has always
Set the pace.
body shame. Body shame. That's basically what they've done. Is I'm gonna say it. If you want to write me, write me. I don't care. Is they have body shamed and created a branding that idealize a certain image, and unfortunately because of a lot of different things, women and men, persons, have become pressurized to believe that they should look a certain way, and if you don't look a certain
Mm-hmm.
way then you're not okay. And that unfortunately has been something that's been going on for centuries, especially for females, men as well, because again, men are not supposed to talk about their emotional side.
The this
So,
what they have
but
the
but
go on.
when it comes to commercializing of what perfection looks like or what beauty looks like, a lot of women, men, persons have been excluded from that, and that's where that whole diversity inclusion conversation started in the 90s, in the late 90s, actually no, sorry, in the 2000s, start in the late 2000s started, where we realized that the world is diverse. We realized in the 20 in the 2000s that the world is diverse,
Mm-hmm.
and we started to want to include people in the industry, in the fashion industry. I did modeling back when I was a kid, and I can tell you right now, people thought, girl, I was told
What?
about everything that was wrong with me. My feet too big. I'm too tall, too short, not dark enough, not light
How tall
enough.
are you now, though?
I'm still 5'8". I've been 5'8" since I was 8 years old, girl. I'm gonna change.
Well, you can see why they picked you to model. Because at a year old, at 5'8".
I basically, unfortunately, look the same way I did when I was 8. You know, and not, no, not like I aged, but I'm saying that my height. Do you hear
Mm-hmm.
that? That is my dog signaling that she needs to go outside.
Really?
She got curves, y'all. She got curves. Well, this is the perfect time to take a break. It's an early
Mm-hmm.
break, but this is this is what we do. Hot tea with pleasures. We keep it real, raw, and always moist, baby.
Yeah.
And this girl ain't got no manners. She's like, no, I need to go outside right now, or it's going on the floor. So we will be right back. We're gonna deep dive more into the mental side of curves and what curves really look like on the mental aspect and accepting yourself, accepting who you are, body
Mm.
shaming, all that jazz. We're going to talk about it. We will be right back with some more tea, hot tea with pleasures.
See you
Cassidy
soon.
has no manners. She don't care. She's like, I don't care if you have a podcast. I'm out of here.
What
We'll be right
Cassidy
back.
calling?
Yeah.
See you in a while.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that fact, taking big swings, just hand me the bat, put me in the ring, and go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games. That's true, that's fact, and I don't feel no shame. It's a mood you lack. I go crazy. Nah, I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. I done got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath. I'd rather
Oh,
feel than
girl.
be dead. I'll feel this.
It's a little bit long extended, a little bit different today. Because she was like, I need to pipe. I don't care if you're doing whatever. No manners. We're
Oh,
back here
Cassidy.
with hot tea with pleasure. I am Hillary in Ontario, Canada, with a peeing dog and all across the pond.
I'm I'm Teresa here, beautiful island of Barbados,
Okie
with no
dokie.
dog.
No, you have a dog, Jersey. Wow. I'm gonna tell Jersey.
Oh, Jersey's misplaced.
Let me explain something to y'all people that listening.
He knows when to keep quiet.
Let me explain something to you. Whenever the dogs take over, the animals take over, okay?
Oh
I
gosh.
have made it good with Jersey and Cassidy, and I'm just letting you know they are not gonna put me in a cage, okay? We all see Planets of the Apes. It's gonna be Planets of the Dogs, and I'm just letting you know I'm good. I am that human.
You're keeping in the good books.
No, no, he's not. He's like, um, she. Listen, Jersey and Cassidy talk, and I'm telling you, I hear conversations, and you are not good,
Honestly,
girl.
they do.
You are
If I'm
not
on the
good. You
phone
need to
speaking to
you need to
you
step up your game.
and I call your name or you call Cassidy's name,
Yep.
Jersey eyes switch to the
You
door.
have to step your game up, girl.
Podcast time.
Okay, back
Podcast
to
time.
our conversation about being
We
comfortably
are back
curvaceous.
with Comfort Curvaceous, and Hillary's going to talk about the mental side of it because, as we know,
Hmm.
when we tend to try to copy and mimic things that are around us, it tends to affect us personally and our personal lives.
Well, it can't
So Hillary's
affect you
going to take off
unless
the
you're
mental
at your
side of it.
childhood, right?
Sorry?
It can't affect you unless your childhood kind of affected you first, right?
Mm.
You remember we talked about that? We were talking last week about this, privately. And we talked about, remember I said to you that I love that quote from Dr. Phil. And Dr. Phil says, a child is like a chalkboard. Whatever you put on it is what you're going to get. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And unfortunately, some of us, there's no real book about parenting. There's no actual book. There are references and there are all these different things that you can read to catch up and figure it out yourself, but it's one of those jobs that you're kind of like, let's see what happens. Die.
Really go
Domino.
with it.
Yeah, you put in dice. It's your first dice game, you know. And for me personally, I had some childhood hiccups that has caused me to question my worth. And as a child, you do not know what it is you're doing. You do not know why you feel a certain way. You can't figure it out. There's no actual reasoning until you're 25. Again, we're not doctors, but that's what they say. And that development in the brain leaves you before 25 thinking that everything that happens in your life is your fault. And you take on a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of unreasoning, and you develop this lack of self confidence that you cannot really truly explain. And for me, I was told multiple things. One thing that they used to call me was pink pig, big pig. You know, they thought it was cute. I didn't. Did not think it was cute at all. I hated myself. I thought I was the most, and the word fat was considered a bad word. They use it
Mm-hmm.
in a terminology to make you feel
Ugly.
bad. They thought it was, they as a put down. And so you take it on as a put down, like, oh, being fat means negative, means bad, means that you're quote unquote ugly. Something's wrong with you. And so for years, I thought that I was the fattest person on earth. I thought that something was wrong with me. No one wanted me. I felt rejected by people, friends, and family around me. And so I always thought I was different. I always thought I was different. And I became very shy. I very internalized everything. My dogs, my violin, my cats were my friends, and Teresa, poor
Anim-
girl.
Animal person.
I could count my friends on my hand, right here, that actually truly know me, And I kept it that way because I felt like I wasn't good enough, like I was worth nothing. So I was very, very scared to open up to a lot of people and say exactly who I was. I am writing a book about this. I do have a book, and everyone's always asking me, "When are you going to release your book, girl?" It's not that. It is me getting to the point where I am comfortable with all of the information that's going to be out there about myself and making sure that I have had the conversations with every person that is going to affect. And I'm not going to call names. I will never call names, but I want the people that whoever reads the book and can say, wow, that's maybe a story about me. They
Mm-hmm.
cannot say that I did not have that conversation with them, whether they accept it, understood it, or ready to move on is not my issue, but I wanted that to be the most important part of me sharing my book. Now, when it comes to how that relates to the first segment, when we talk about the fashion industry and about culture and beautifying the out and the external, the internal gets a back seat in the in the fashion industry. They don't care about your issues. They don't give a crap. So what happens to a lot of females and males is the body shaming aspect. You're not thin enough. You're not tall enough. You're not short enough. Your feet are too big. Feet are too small. And people go through a lot of things that causes issues. Now, for body, when it comes to body shaming, this body dysmorphia, I myself, when I was younger, I was bulimic. I was anorexic in my teenage years. Served a little obesity. I still dealt with obesity to this day. Obesity is a mentality. What you see is the fat. What really is what's going on behind that. Whether anyone wants to admit it or not, that's really what it is a mental aspect. And so when you look at society, you look at the papers, the magazines, and they do not reflect you, you feel like something's wrong with you, girl. You feel like, you know, if I'm too
Listen,
skinny, why are the magazines saying that something's wrong with me? I'm sick. They have people that are naturally thin. But Teresa, I remember you used to be like extremely thin when you were younger, and people think they can girl
they
that
used to
eat.
tease
Teresa
me
loves
and
to eat.
say, pardon me?
Teresa loves to eat.
They used to tease you and say I'm jockey weight.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was offensive
What
or I should
do you mean
take
you
to
don't know
it.
it was offensive? You knew it was offensive.
But for me, I was like, oh gosh,
Yeah.
I need to put some weight on. I
Yeah.
need to
They
put
make you
some
feel
weight
that
on.
way,
That
right?
was my thing all the time. Then the whole, when you're doing dancing, they
Mm-hmm.
have the warmers that you got on, those thick
Mm.
socks.
Mm.
Girl,
Mm.
one of those thick socks that fit me. I had to double up, triple up. Because when
Remember
I walk,
they
these
put
things were
elastic
right
around
there.
your socks.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I used to laugh it off,
Yeah.
but
It
at
hurt.
sometimes when
Mm-hmm.
you see people, dress and they move, I was like, gosh, I need to put some weight on.
Yeah.
And I started to not like what I was seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how I got the nickname I have to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And it has stuck.
It
But
was
now
this.
I have gotten past that and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
I like me for me, I like my size.
I
And then I
give
was
my name my
always
own.
into
I give
acting.
myself my own nickname because I knew people were calling me all kind of names.
What, Hilly?
Yeah, Hilly Billy. That's my nickname. I named myself that because there's a mountain in
Okay.
Barbados called Mount Hillaby, and that didn't help. That did not help,
Mm-mm.
you know. And they would call me Pink Big Head, Big Feet. Snuffleupagus when he started out in Sesame Street Girl, they
Oh my
started calling me
goodness.
that. Yeah,
And Big Bird.
Big Bird.
That's a big word. I don't think I had so many. I had a few.
Yeah, a
I
few.
had a so not I had a few. So when you say a few, people think two. I had
Yeah,
some,
yeah. But you
but
know what?
one
You have to.
one stuck.
You know my motto: accepting your flaws. Your flaws are your best asset. Whatever you put on it, So here I go. I'm mixing up. Your flaws are your best assets, and that's what I believe. And for me, my entire journey created who I am today, and I'm very confident in myself. At
Self
some
love.
point in my life, I went through a lot of different things, and all of that stemmed from not feeling worth, like I had no worth, like no one wanted me, feeling rejected, and it led me down a crazy, crazy path. I do not regret anything that I went through because it made me who I am today.
Made you
And
stronger.
oh yeah, not only stronger, wiser, smarter, and understanding of other people's paths and being able to relate to other people and feeling okay with who I am, loving every curve, you know, everything about me, my lack of butt. I'm wider but flatter. I love it. I don't care, you know, and I do crazy, crazy stuff. I was at one point, I got up, when it came to obesity, I got up to 418 pounds at one point. And that was again from not loving who I am. Heavy set does not mean you don't love who you are. Heavy set for me, because I was obese mentally, meant I did not love who I was. And so I don't want anyone writing me. I'm not saying because you're heavy set, you don't love who you are. I'm saying the reasoning behind me being heavy set was me not loving who I am. So I hid behind the fat. And I had situations where I've been sexually molested. I've had situations where I was touched sexually. People tried to, I've been raped. And so I came out with I don't know where I got this from, but I got the idea that if you are heavy set, because they said fat equals ugly. So if I became fat, then I'm ugly, then no one would touch
No
me.
one would want to.
Yeah, no one want me. So perfect. Let me be fat. I'll be really, really fat. And that's what I did. I purposely sabotaged myself. Anytime you would say I was pretty, I would sabotage myself. I would go and eat something, girl. I would just like, I'm not that's not happening to me ever again. So, you know, and it took a long path and a long journey for me to understand that I am who I am. Every part of me is who it is. I'm supposed to look the way I look, and God has blessed me to be present. My mom
You're
died.
unique.
Yeah, I'm unique. Everybody's individual. And my mom died early, and unfortunately, I didn't get to spend a lot of my adulthood with her. And I started to, every situation that I said taught me to love and appreciate every single moment. And so, what my size 11, 12s that they call hoofs and all kind of stuff, not even hoofs, but hoofs, okay? And snuffleupagus and big bird and everything like that. Thank you.
So in my
I
case, who needs to wear thick socks? I don't.
I let me
Fabric
tell you,
is
I got
hot.
thick
Give me
calves
thick
and I
socks.
love it. Okay.
I got skinny legs.
Okay. People go to surgery to get skinny legs, girl. You embrace those.
Mm. And the
Okay.
thing is, as people start to think that
Mhm.
they're too big,
Mhm.
the first thing they do, they use that some of the most common reasons that men start a fitness journey is to look better.
Mhm.
They want to change how they look. They don't do it for health reasons or healthier
Right.
lifestyle. They just do it for how they look.
Right. And it has to be. You can't.
Into the beauty standard to have that ideal body type. But
You
I
know
find
how
a
I feel
lot
about
of
that word diet. There's no such
healthy lifestyle.
die. It says die in there. Die. You're gonna die.
Uh,
That's
and I
basically it.
find in our era and
Mhm.
the
Oh.
upcoming, sorry,
Oh, I
in our
you
era and the upcoming artists and upcoming, what do you call them, entertainers,
mhm.
role models. I find a lot of them, and the one that we can speak about is Rihanna. She is bringing that
Yes.
from that skinny look,
Well, they
the
had two.
curvaceous
You had two
person.
sides of the
She
entertainment.
is she is bringing it
Let's
out,
not
even when
skip
she was
over. Hold on. Let's not
sorry.
skip. We're gonna come to that, but let's not skip over because we had a part of the entertainment uh, company group that would come out with certain things like the watermelon diet and I'm not calling no
Lemonade
names. Don't
diet,
write me. Watermelon diet. You had the lemon with the
the
cayenne
lemonade
pepper and
and the
and the
maple syrup.
maple syrup and
Yeah.
everything. Then you had the cucumber. You had salad only. Do this only. Do that. No. Let me tell you the secret to losing weight that you want to lose. Loving who you are and accepting it. It's okay. It literally is okay. If you decide to have a slice of pie because you were at a party and you want a slice of pie,
Eat
have
the
it.
pie.
Go take a walk the next morning. Okay? Because it's about living. It really is about living and finding something you love. For me, I found hiking. I love the outdoors. Hiking really, really changed me. Finding my voice again. That really helped. I did Toastmasters. Say what you will. I like Toastmasters. It worked for me. It got me out of the box that I was in, accepting my flaws, and opening up about my past and my path and accepting it and vocalizing it. I became very vocal and I became very, 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 very verbal. Right, Teresa?
Mm.
I do not hold back. I'm very transparent and whatever. And just being okay with me. I don't apologize for being me anymore. And if you don't like it, close your eyes. I disappear. That's how it works. So that's what I have for the mental part because I think a lot of people, what we do, we punish ourselves when you're on a diet. Again, don't diet. Life change. Have a life change. Look at the things in your life that you want to change. If you want to change the way you look, and I don't want you to change the way you look, you shouldn't want to change the way you
Because
look
of
because
someone else
of
or
someone else or
because of
what you think
trends.
right or what is considered beautiful or whatever. Everyone has the
Mhm.
individual beauty that you have to see within yourself. And once you see the beauty that's within you, you have to accept it. This mole on my face, I remember this mole on my face. People used to go draw a mole on their face and everything. But before the whole, I think it was Sydney Crawford, that's her name. that had the
Mm-hmm.
mole, right? And everyone was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, she's so pretty." But before that, girl, what's that on your face?
Everyone used to cover theirs up.
Hmm. Yeah, mine's there. That's natural. I don't have no pencil thing. And then
Like person with
Madonna
thick
came
lips.
out, and Madonna started drawing it, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's pretty. Say
I
what
know
now?
there's some person that had the instant, had an instant where they used to put the mole on the top of the lip. Then
Mm-hmm.
outside get really hot, and it was like, oh, and the dabbing and the wiping it, and they forgot the mole.
Swipe.
They forgot the mole, and then
Yeah. And then my
you got a black
eyebrows.
thing on your
Remember when
lip.
they used to laugh about my eyebrows, Teresa? Remember they used to laugh and call me
Mm-hmm.
Oscar and everything? Remember that? And then
Mm-hmm.
that model, I can't remember her name, or maybe it was an actress. What do you call Blue
I
Lagoon? What's her
did.
name? I don't know. I
Not for
can't
that
remember
one.
her name. Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields had the thick eyebrows and oh, that's so pretty. And then the world went, okay, we're gonna accept that.
Eyebrows.
Stop waiting for the world to accept any part of you and just
Love you.
love who you are. I love my eyebrows. Sometimes they get in the middle. My son wears his right to the middle. He don't care. He's like, this is my, and he goes, that makes me unique. I love it. I'm like, okay, just do you.
Yep,
So
yep.
that's how you fight those inner quote unquote flaws. I don't call them flaws, I call them beauty scars, baby. Beauty scars, empaths, and journeys, wisdom, understanding. And that's how you embrace who you are. So I go hiking, I take a moment out, and I just appreciate everything around me. I'm not in a box, I'm outside, and just
I
breathe
did some
and know
hiking
it's
today.
going
It
to be
was good.
okay. Huh?
I did some hiking today. It was good. A bit sore. I'm not gonna pay for it
She gonna
tomorrow,
feel that
but
tomorrow. I
it was
ever tell you
good.
the story about me
It was
hiking
lovely.
and I went on a hiking. I joined this because okay, so I was told, I had some therapy and everything like that, and I was told that uh, go and hike, and if you love hiking, find a hiking group. So I went. I knew I was a beginner, so I looked for old people. This is your mistake, people. Let me
Sorry.
warn you. Let me warn you about
Sorry.
stereotypes. Okay. So I said, they're elderly, so maybe they will be a little bit slower and be able to help me to develop to the, into
Mm-hmm.
being a hiker, and they have wisdom and all that jazz. So I said, let me try a elderly group. So I went and joined an elderly group. So they had, it said 16 kilometers. I was like, eh, I could do that. Yeah, right. Okay. Let me tell you, I lost every single toenail that day. Every single toenail.
Ooh.
Those ladies and gentlemen
60
that were over
kilometers they
the age
went?
of 60 to 80 years old had me looking like a turtle, and they were the hair girl.
That's like, whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah,
That is a
they were
lot.
waiting on me. They're like, this girl's so slow.
That is a lot.
They were encouraging me, and at the end I lost three toenails. At the end I couldn't feel my feet, and I also learned about stereotyping of elderly, and know that they're
Mm-hmm.
wise, and and
But seeing a group of elderly people hiking,
I just thought that
one
they
of
would
the
be
things that
able
will
to I would be
also
able to
come to
keep
mind is
up.
like these people are experienced. They've been
Yeah,
doing
but
this for a
still
while.
I thought I would be able, I couldn't keep
I think
up.
that they can keep up.
But you know what? It made me excited about what could be the possibilities. And they really talked to me about it and everything. And I got a lot of wisdom from them and how to hike and how to really introduce myself. And they said, you start off with a 5K, okay? Maybe a 1K. So I did it. I went 1K, 5K. And now I can do the 16. COVID kind
Yeah.
of put a jab in it. Not because I couldn't hike, but because there were too many people out there trying to hike in slippers and heels. What are you doing? Yes, I am serious. I should have taken pictures, but I didn't want to shame anybody. Do your thing. But again, that's basically it when it comes to being comfortably curvaceous. You have any personal stories you want to share, Teresa?
No, just my nickname, Hard Feet, and that had me in the shell for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But how I got away from that I started to get into athletics.
Oh,
And when you're into
I remember you
athletics
were a good
and
sprinter, girl.
you're winning,
Yeah.
no one looked at her feet. They were like crazy because you were getting the first. You were putting either your I didn't get to the level of the into school.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting whoop at that one, but the in long jump and
Yeah.
high jump, long jump and javelin,
Mm-hmm.
those were my two. And I did the 100 heats. I was good at that,
Mm-hmm.
and the relays. Yeah, so I tend to, for me, when things like that abound me, I tend to find outdoor stuff
Mm-hmm.
to get involved in. So
Yeah.
that's where I just, just let it go and put everything behind me. And this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm good at. You find things that you're good at, find that you can excel in.
Yeah.
And people tend to look past what you call frivolous stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Not
so far
only
I
that,
have skinny legs.
let me tell you the secret of getting a confident kid. And this is based on experience again.
Confident kid.
Kid, child.
Kid, uh-huh.
Whenever I say the word kid, Teresa goes, "You mean like a sheep?" Because that's how they. This is a British terminology, and British Barbados has a British influence. Okay, child. Let me tell you how you
Yes.
get a confident child from the beginning. Because my kids are a little bit too confident sometimes, and that's from a lot of reading. I did a lot of reading when they were in my tummies. When a child is something that is what you would say the word no to or don't, before
Mm-hmm.
you open your mouth and say no and don't, look and see what the child is doing. Okay. If it's something, I give the example last time of drawing the walls or whatever. Just
Mm-hmm.
choose your words. Just take a minute, take a breath. Take a breath. It might be, oh my gosh, as long as they're not going to die. Okay, in the moment. It's not something dangerous. Take a step back for 1 second. Look at what they're doing. And in that moment, right there,
Mm-hmm.
do not punish the behavior. Just take a minute and just say, you know what? Okay, they're destroying the wall or writing on the wall. It's okay. Don't say don't write on the wall. Tell them what to do. That's how you create a confident kid. Tell them what to do. Give them advice.
Mm-hmm.
Give them
You
leadership.
never
And
know.
yeah,
That
leadership.
child,
That's it. Information. Give information, not punishment. That's how you create a confident kid. And when they get too confident, there you go. you know. But
from
I'm telling you that that moment you just took just to breathe and just take a minute. You can discipline. I'm not saying don't discipline your children. I'm saying choose your words. Cuz words do hurt. You know how they have that. So what's that saying? Words sticks and
sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can't harm me.
words will
That's a
destroy
lie.
you. They're not going to harm you. Destroy you, girl. Destroy. Okay? Because mental, you can, and I always say that physical that can heal most of the time, 90% of the time, but mental, the words, they stay in here. And then after a while, you start saying it to yourself. And who is the biggest voice in your brain? You are.
It's yours.
Yeah, yours. So, curves for the mental, that is everything you've been through, your path, your journey, your history. Embrace it, love it, understand it, and try to take your lessons as they may and learn from your lessons. Do not, and I'm saying the word do not be so hard on yourself. We are so hard on ourselves. Teresa's smirking. we are so
Hillary!
we are so hard on ourselves. So hard on ourselves, and there's no need for that, because you're trying to live to a standard society, and whoever society is has set that they don't even know how to reach themselves. Have your own standard of yourself, accept who you are, love who you are, embrace who you
Another
are.
thing too, the people that you have within your circle,
Mm-hmm.
you sometimes have to teach them
Teach.
how to treat you.
Yes,
You're supposed to
teach.
treat him.
Mm-hmm. Teach people how to treat you.
Who
And
will treat
titles
you?
do not mean they are entitled to determine your next move. Okay? Take the title away. Take it. Doesn't matter if it's called mother, sister, father, uncle, whatever. Take the title away. Reveal the character, the individual, and the information that's coming to you,
Yeah,
and
because
determine if
some
it's
persons
for
that
you.
are within your circle, some person that you call friends, some person that are family, there's
Hmm.
something that they can come up with that's really hurtful.
Family
And
means support,
like you said,
not blood.
it can be damaging.
Hmm. Continue.
Yeah, it can be damaging. That is it.
Yeah. And I said, family does not mean blood. Family means support and community. The person or people or persons that are around you that lift you up, encourage you to be an individual and to be the better you. That is your family. And it doesn't have to be blood. And that's the bottom line, baby. So, wrap it up, Teresa.
Yes, what we did tonight, why I think we covered curvatures comfortable. Comfortably curvaceous. That's it.
Curvaceous, baby.
Comfortably curvaceous.
Curvaceous.
And we brought it back from the history about fashion, the
Hmm.
cycle that it took, and what society expect of us in terms of how we look or appearance. But then we also look at what is more important, our mental health, how we
Hmm.
feel about ourselves, and how we feel about ourselves, it will show on the outside.
You can't buy
So
happiness.
true. Self love.
Hmm.
Self love is one of the things that we have to have,
Hmm.
basically.
Yeah. And
Oh,
by having
that is
self
it.
love, you're
Self
allowed to,
love, self worth,
yeah, you
and
understand your
self
worth and your
care.
value and your positioning. And know that every single time that you open your mouth and you say something negative about yourself, it's magnified
It eats away at you.
10 times worse than if someone else said it to you. Because you believe the things you say to yourself more than what other people say to you. You can fight other people, you can't fight yourself. Here, at one point we're gonna upgrade. We gonna upgrade Zoom. We haven't gotten to the level when we start
We
getting.
know.
We
We
have
know
our
that.
100 subscriber y'all, so we can get off that that that's that limited
Sure.
Zoom. But we will get there. We are looking for a different platform so that we can really advance ourselves. We know that hot tea with pleasure is something that you want to hear, that we want to share with you. We have our lube coming out this summer. It
Mm,
is going to be something you want to try to lubricate your parts.
life.
Well, and your life, because that's going to change your life.
Lubricate your life.
Yes, yes, yes. So, Teresa, anything coming up for you in Barbados there?
We're closing off, well, June. Is Father's Day in June in Canada as
June
well?
19th is Father's Day. We have Juneteenth is
Yeah.
also the 19th of June.
I'm not sure if we go for Juneteenth as you call it, but Father's Day
It's
is a
more in
big
America.
thing.
It's African American history.
American side of it. Okay.
Yeah.
No, Father's Day is in June, so you can look out for a lot of different things happening.
Well, how about you?
And
And I'm talking about Risa Nicole. Uh,
okay, for recent Nicole, for June, June is Father's Day. Fathers are into foot care.
mhm.
So I have specials going on for
You're gonna teach
dads
them
to
how to
love
love
foot
on the
care.
on the
So,
men, the
mhm.
men's.
So you can look out for that stuff. I'll be posting on my Instagram page.
Mhm.
I'm also working on a website, so soon you'll be able to order stuff by the website. Go on and have a look, and there'll be a lot of reviews and demos on how to use stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that. But for now, we're on our Instagram page. You can check it out. There are lots of things there for men, some DIY stuff as well.
And then we
So
have
that's basically for me for
yeah,
June.
and then Hot Pleasures
And
is coming up. We're gonna have the Hot Pleasures, and we're gonna have the product coming out with all the
mhm.
lubrication, the different flavors, and the original one. And we know who produced that. Teresa. My idea, her
We're
development,
going
baby.
there. We're getting there. We're getting
We're
there.
getting there. We it's you know what I'm proud about is that we, you know, we're two. We listen. We're very boisterous and we're very outspoken and whatever, but we're very shy when it comes to
Are
sexuality.
we?
So this is for us to like battle this. I remember when Teresa said, "Oh, let's wear a bikini." I was like,
Oh my goodness.
no,
Don't
no,
worry.
no.
But where
Anyways,
would you wear a bikini though? Is
I can't
there
swim.
who who's saying about swimming? You're just wearing a bikini,
Oh,
looking
just gonna buy.
nice.
I sit by the. I wore a swimwear. I like swimwears like the body ones, like the full ones with
The
the
full
wrap
ones,
and the
there's
hat.
some full ones that are nice.
Hmm.
You can do the hat.
I always have to have a hat. You know me.
You have an umbrella when you're on the beach, so you don't need your hat. That eliminates
No, no, no. I
that.
still need the hat. I like my
So
hats.
having the shawl, as you would call it,
Hmm.
to cover up.
I have a lot of cover ups. I love them.
Oh, I can imagine your cover ups. You talk about being shy. I can imagine.
No,
For
but I've
me,
come a
when I
long.
get to the
I've come a
beach,
long
I
way. I
have to
don't wear
get to the
black all the
beach.
time. I used to wear black
When
all the
I
time.
get to when I get to the beach,
Hmm.
is off clothes and go in the sea. That's my purpose gonna be. If you see I sit
Hmm.
on the sand and say I'm pulling out a book and reading a book,
I do.
I'm not getting in that water because
Oh,
then
you fall asleep.
other people are gonna start coming to the beach and like, I ain't moving from here. From here, it's foul.
Yeah, for me, I
No.
just I just love being outdoors. I listen. I've come a long way. I used to wear sweaters in the summertime. I used to not wear color. All of that came from understanding my love, my worth and the value, and just loving who I is and accepting, like my stretch marks and everything else, and not caring about what people's thoughts were or what I thought their thoughts were, but more about my thoughts about who I am and how I feel about myself, and that's that. So me not wearing a bikini is a personal choice. Has to do more about religion, and but I do wear swimwear, and I just cover up to be a little bit conservative, but I'm not that conservative. People get me
The whole
wrong.
thing is enjoying the beach,
I
enjoying
enjoy the
what you're
beach.
doing.
Trust me. Don't stay.
Mhm.
Don't be next to me. I'll throw something at you.
Oh my
Sand.
goodness, this lady, right? We had a conversation earlier, and I got, if I say threatened, will someone assist me? I got threatened about being duck. I
Tell them
got
what
threatened
duck is
about
because
being duck.
people know what about duck is.
So
Do it quick. You got two
I'm gonna
minutes.
note that. Hmm?
You got 2 minutes to talk about what ducking is in Barbados.
Ducking is you aggressively approach the person
And aggressively,
and
they
throw
surprise
them
you.
in the water. That is ducking. There ain't nothing friendly about ducking. It's
It's
like
it's
someone
supposed to be it's supposed to be endearment.
headlock
It's an
you,
endearment
and
act.
duck
Teresa, make
you
it
and
sound
put
like
you underneath the
abuse. It's an
water. What's
endearment
that?
act.
What?
It's not abuse. It's an endearment act. They think it's funny.
And yeah, you think it's funny. It's not funny because they will duck you. It's basically holding the person, like baptism. It's like baptism, but you're not expecting
The
it to
only
happen.
person, wait, hold on. Let's rephrase this. The only person that you want to dunk or duck is dunking, but duck you. The only person you want to duck you is your boyfriend or your man. That's it. Because that's a cute little
Mm.
moment you can have a little
So you said
after.
boyfriend or man. Same thing, isn't it? Oh my God. It's the same thing. And
Oh
no, I don't
God.
agree with that. I do not agree with that. Don't duck.
Anyone ever duck you, Teresa?
Don't duck. That's the whole thing. Don't duck. Okay?
Oh Lord. Anyways, well, that's wraps it up for another episode of Hot Tea with
Hot tea
Pleasure.
with
Oh
pleasures.
yeah, lubricating your life and moistening up, baby. So we will see
Mhm.
you next Saturday. Remember, all June we will be recording. In July, we'll be back live with some
Live.
exciting topics. What are we doing next Saturday, Teresa?
Next Saturday, our topic is masturbation.
Masturbation. We can ask Teresa some personal questions.
Masturbation. Do you masturbate? Why
Everybody
do you
masturbates.
masturbate?
Everybody
Those are the questions that are
masturbates.
coming.
Even
So if you
animals,
want to
like
go
we're
ahead,
animals.
maybe post a poster, or before we post a poster, you want to, because we have our Instagram page, you want to drop messages to us,
Yep. Don't
that can be
forget
part of
to like,
a
comment,
podcast.
subscribe.
Mhm.
Yeah, please
Like, comment,
subscribe.
subscribe. Follow us on Instagram.
Yep. And Twitter.
Subscribe on YouTube,
Twitter.
on Twitter. On Twitter is another one. So it's
Yep.
Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Yes. You good?
Our time is counting now. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. So
All
that's
right.
it from us here. See you next Saturday
Next
with
Saturday.
our topic, masturbation. Like I said, any questions, any statements that you'd like to share with
About
us, you can
being
drop it on
comfortably
our
curvaceous.
DM on H.O.T with Pleasures on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You can drop it on our Twitter,
And
or
here
yeah,
on this
Facebook,
show,
on podcast,
under this
on
show,
YouTube, or
yeah,
YouTube channel.
yeah.
And you can also join us and share, like, comment, and share.
And we keep repeating it because we want you to do it. All right. Have a good one. See you, Teresa.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that.
This song is kind of growing on me. I'm liking this song now.
Put me in the ring, you go
Yeah.
out in the bag, 'cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took a red pill, I know life's short so I wanna